as I was watching the new Stranger Things season, I just couldn't. There was a scene where Steve and Jonathan are racing up this tower and they're trying to impress Nancy. And the whole time, I just can't stop thinking, like, this is some terrible, terrible green screening. It looked like somebody shot that shit on their phone and then keyed them out and then just put that background of the sky behind them. It was like, in the big picture, it's not that big of a deal because, it's a short scene and what's a long show. But it just really annoys me how bad CGI and the green screen stuff and all those effects have gotten. And I say have gotten because they were bad when they first started and it first became a thing in movies and shows, and then it started getting better, and then it got to a point where it was good, to where it's almost like it's an effect or CGI or green screen, but it doesn't look like it because it's so good. And I feel like recent years it's just been going back down, and I don't know why. I hear it's because they're paying the editors less, and they're paying editors, or I don't know what the official title is, but they're paying them less and they're giving them less time to do it. And I'm like, for real though? I don't know if that's truth, but there has to be more to it than that, right? Because dude, the Marvel movies, I gotta say, have gotten terrible as time went on. Again, I don't know why. Because the first couple of ones looked pretty good, and then they just started looking bad and worse and worse and worse. And it almost makes me cringe when I see bad CGI and bad green screening. Like, I almost want to turn it off because I'm like, it was done so poorly that I feel like y'all ain't put that effort in like y'all should have. It blows my mind even more when you go and read the budgets that a lot of these movies and shows have. It's in the hundreds of millions of dollars a lot of times, and I'm just like, there's no way y'all couldn't have put a good couple of million into this. There's no way, especially when they happen with scenes that are big important parts of movies and shows. It's like, come on, man. Like I said, that scene in Stranger Things, it wasn't a big deal because it wasn't an important or big scene, but it was just so noticeable that I couldn't help but see it. It was just so bad. Like, I think I would almost respect it more if they did some practical shit. Like, if they just made a set, and even if you could tell that it was much faker or less, I guess, impressive than if you try to make it into an effect. Even if you could tell it was fake, it's more respectable to me because you're not, how do I say it? You're not trying to bullshit it with some CGI, and then the CGI comes out worse than if you just did it practically. And if you do it practically, I can respect the effort that's put into that. I'm not saying effort doesn't get put into CGI, but I almost want to say that when it comes out that bad, I'm like, that's the best you could do, bro. Really? Again, I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on all the people that do work on CGI in movies and TV shows, because I'm sure there's a lot that I haven't seen out there that looks really, really good. But I watch a lot of the mainstream stuff, which coincidentally is the biggest budget stuff, and a lot of it is bad. Like, unbearably bad. To me, it's not even always the look of it that kind of bothers me. It's when they're doing movement or when they're doing like a fight scene and it doesn't even look like real movement. It looks like, I don't even know, like somebody tried to manually do it on their computer, and it's just, I don't like, motion capture exists, bro. Like, have you seen people do it in video games? That looks good. Why do you have to feel the need to just do everything artificially? I sound like an old head, I really do, but it when there's that much stuff coming out with that amount of bad effects and CGI and green screening, and it's just so obvious, I can't help but be bothered by it. Especially it bothers people so much, I think, because we saw how good it can be years ago. So you would have thought that by now it would be insane, and it's just gotten worse. Again, it's not really that deep. It's just something that I can't help but notice and kind of be like, should I turn this off? And I know probably shouldn't turn it off because I see a bad effect, but that's just the way I am. If I see something that bad, I almost just don't even want to watch it no more, because if I think about it this way. Everybody who's involved in that industry and making movies and making films and making TV shows, you have to have a good eye for what looks good and what doesn't on screen. If you look at that and you go, that's good, let's put that out. I'm almost like, what other bullshit is in here ahead that I haven't seen? I almost don't even want to know. Again, bullshit critique. A lot of the times I don't turn it off. I watch it all the way through, and CGI, bad CGI doesn't ruin a good movie, but it makes a bad movie a whole lot worse. I just wish it would get better.